The 12th presentation is on the element of inference. Critical thinking is thinking about your thinking to make it better and adopting traits that make it possible. All thinking consists of 8 fundamental elements. Mind your P's and Q's to avoid the CIA. Inference. The 6th fundamental element is inference. Exactly what is an inference? It is a leap, a conclusion made as a result of the collection of facts, a collection of information. For example, if I go to work early in the morning and notice that my sidewalk is wet, then one conclusion I might draw is that it rained last night. I don't have a sprinkler system. My neighbors doesn't have one either. With this information, the inference that it rained last night is a rational one. While it's certainly possible that my sidewalk got wet another way, a rain shower seems the most likely, the most reasonable, even if I didn't hear any rain fall last night. So I make an inference that it rained. I can check my inference later to confirm. The weatherman over the radio reports that it did indeed rain last night, so my inference was correct. But what if you couldn't draw logical inference from a set of facts, from a body of information? Could we then reason at all? Even if we did all the other steps we've talked about up to now, why do them if there were no way you could draw inferences? The ability that we have to make these logical connections allows us to work towards solving the purpose that we set out for ourselves. If that girl I asked on a date looks like she might say yes, but then hesitates, wrinkles her nose, and says she doesn't think so, what success could I have without an ability to infer from her reaction what the problem may be? It looked like she was going to say yes for a moment, but then I noticed she wrinkled her nose as though smelling something unpleasant. Do I smell? I was very nervous when I asked her, and my armpits were soaked, so maybe it was me. Before I try again, I'll have to ensure that I'm clean, try to calm down, and make sure I've applied enough antiperspirant. If my inference is correct, she might even say yes next time. The ability to make inferences from the information we've gathered is necessary if we are to eventually achieve our purposes for reasoning in the first place. Without it, we could make no progress. Our thinking would stand still. Like all the other elements, inference is a fundamental, elemental, and universal aspect of reasoning itself. Because it is always present, it is universal, we can, just like the others, ask questions about this element. We can ask what inferences we are making in this body of reasoning. In the next presentation, the 13th out of 34, I'll explore the element of implication and look at its necessity in reasoning.